Hey friends. Let's see, bring this a little closer maybe. Oops. I'm gonna do this. All right. Dang tripod. There we go. Hey, I'm just in the kitchen right now. I'm at Jamie's place, cooking up some lunch before I try and get some of my stuff done. Is this thing working? Yeah, we're at 40 seconds, so we're still on, so it should still be on. There you are. Hey guys, how you doing? Good to see y'all guys. I'm just getting everything set up here. I'm gonna do some lunch and then get some of my stuff taken care of. I'm trying to get this new laptop hooked up, which would be really nice. It would give me the ability to get back on my feet here on the channel. It's a notebook, so y'all guys remember when I first started out in the Picker's Cabin, I had one of those. It's a Chromebook is what it is. And what I do, it doesn't have enough memory really to be able to process the larger videos that I do. So I figured out in the cabin how to hook it up to an external drive and reroute the internal memory to the drive, making it boosting its memory basically. I'm going to try and do the same thing with this thing, but I need to set it up with better internet security than I've had in the past. I've been doing a lot of Googling on how to do that. There's some really informative sites out there and stuff. Google itself, and then also the Apple Store gives recommendations on how to run products that aren't theirs, which is pretty dang cool, I'll tell you that. I'm kind of a Mac guy. However, here recently I've been thinking about swapping out to Apple phone. As I've checked that they've just got really great processors and memory, and then they're also very internet safe also. You know, they come with a lot of security protocols and stuff. Good to see y'all guys. Hey Tammy. Hey Adventures. Hey, Rebecca and Dean are in the house. How you doing, guys? Todd Grog. Craig said, hey Craig nerds, what's up nerds? Michigan Tim, where y'all guys are coming in fast now, I can't keep up. Yeah, well, I was just saying, I'm just making up some lunch here before I get on the rest of my day. Figure out what that looks like. Bacon and eggs. Nice sweater, man. Hey, thank you very much. It's one of those, what do you call it? Oh, my brain just won't process right now. But anyway, thank you. Hey, Ashley. Robbie, I thought you were, what? I don't know what that means, Robbie. Amber Day, what are you cooking? Bacon and eggs, Amber. Mr. Dank, hey, not much, man. What's up with you? How you doing, man? Jerry Papple looks sunny there. Yeah, it actually is sunny for a minute, Jerry. It's kind of nice out. It's still really chilly, but still it's nice. Tell y'all guys the truth, I am not ready for winter. I thought I was when it was all hot and sunny out. I was like, bring on the winter, right? I am not ready. I am totally not ready. Yeah, there's so many difficulties with winter. You know, staying warm is one of them, but then also I feel rushed a little bit at the same time. Y'all guys know how that is? Try and turn this down. I don't want to splatter all over Jamie's stove. It's one thing I always feel bad about whenever anybody lets me like use their stuff, and that's why I try and be really clean and careful and everything. It just seems like, do you ever do that? It seems like, I don't know, just hard to keep up with stuff. It just, for me, life seems like sometimes it's just really hard to keep up with stuff, you know? Okay, let me get all this lined out. I was just going to do a live after lunch, but then like I said, I don't know what I'm doing today really. I would like to head out towards Loomis, get out to my buddy Aaron's place where he's going to let me stay. I'm going to be bouncing between here and there. I want to do Halloween here because the whole town does like this Halloween thing. And like I enjoy saying, it's the one time of year that I can look like a crazy person and not get locked up for it, you know, which will be cool. But yeah, I need to get out to Aaron's and set up the little spot that he's given me to be able to hang out. It's going to be nice because out there, I'll be able to just do nothing but sit and edit and drop videos. And then I can come in here to have like my socialization, you know, like with Jamie and her girls. And I got a lot of friends around town and stuff, you know. Let's see. I hate using another paper towel. I'm just going to use this one. I'll bounce these back and forth. I don't really have much of a message today, to tell you the truth. I just wanted to go on and say hey to y'all guys. James Baker, thank you, James. Tammy, remind everybody, hit the like. Thank you, Tammy. Max, what you doing, Max? Hey, bro. Joyce Lyons is in the house. Kim from Michigan saying hey to Marcia. Hey, Marcia, hola, ¿cómo estás? I want my money to go straight. What's that? Hang on, bro. Straight to Matt. I appreciate you. Glenn McDale. Thanks, Glenn. I appreciate you, bro. That's one thing about YouTube here. There are different features and stuff where YouTube takes a larger amount of the cut. And I totally understand that. See, I'm in the YouTube partnership program. And so basically, they get a smaller cut of the donations that come in here through this. Then how's that go? It's a larger cut, I think, on the ones where you donate after the fact or something. I don't really recall. I've been thinking about setting up some kind of, there's a Patreon, and I think that goes straight to, would go like straight to my account or something. I'm not really sure. If I can get the adventure videos out here pretty soon, which what I'm thinking about, since this new computer I have has very limited memory, and I'm honestly, I can get easily perturbed right now with stuff because you know how it is when things just don't go right for a long enough period of time. Any small setback can like trigger that feeling inside of this will never work and I'm so doomed. So right now what I'm trying to do is just focus on achievable tasks. Basically, the smallest of successful tasks that I can manifest. That way I don't get overwhelmed inside, you know. And then, see, when I get overwhelmed, I start making fast, snap judgments. And lots of times without the ability to think further ahead, that can be problematic, you know, especially with something that we do long term. For instance, this channel, it's a long-term thing, you know, it's not something that I just pump it out fast. But what I'm thinking about doing is trying to narrow down my actual ability to put videos out. So since I've got this new laptop and it's low memory, what I'm going to do probably is try releasing 10-minute videos. I'll just bust the adventure into like 10 and 15-minute videos, which might be better for the viewer too, because like y'all guys who like to be there on the longer adventures and everything can just go straight to the next video after one ends. And then the people that they want to watch something a little bit shorter so that like they've got time to complete it during their lunch break or something, can feel that completion part and not feel incomplete, I guess, you know. So I was watching this psychological, y'all guys know I'm really into the psychological stuff, and it talked about how streaming platforms, so humans need completion, and the streaming platforms know that, right? And so what they'll do a lot of times is the whole end on a cliffhanger thing. And in this world of binge watching, that causes us to want to just go to the next to the next show, right? Just to get that completion. But when we get that completion from the cliffhanger from the last show, they've got another cliffhanger waiting for us, right? And the next thing you know, it's like 3 o'clock in the morning, then you're still watching the show. And so I think it'd be neat to balance this channel where you don't have to really go through that, you know? Hang on, let me get this. These dang shells nowadays are so brittle. I tell you, dang it, now I got shell in the egg. They need to give these chickens more vitamins. They need more calcium, honestly. Dang, so do I, to tell you the truth. Got to get back into my regiment. Survival mode sucks. But I'm not in my head about it anymore, you know, which is always good. It's life when it gets difficult. This can be a challenge, you know. Also, I've decided to kind of slow down a bit here where I do my lives. But when I move fast, so I've got the kind of mind that I move really fast, even in my head. And so when I'm moving fast here in my real world, it can make it very difficult because I start getting like jittery and I'll just talk real quick and everything, you know. So I want to slow it back down, kind of how it was back when I was living on the orchard. Remember that? Those were good times. What's this? Sean Porter. Hey, thank you, Sean. Awesome, brother. Also, guys, we're going to do some fun stuff from here on out. I'm coming up with like a game show that we can do. I'm not sure about how to do Music Madness until I get the laptop up and running where I can trust it. I've lost so many electronics because I don't secure my stuff. I just use it right as I got it, right? I don't go into the back panels or set security protocols or anything like that. And so I need to figure that stuff out. So Sean, thank you, Sean. Sean dropped in $5 for the cause, guys. Says, hey, Matt, enjoy a Dr. Pepper on me. Hope you have a beautiful day. Thank you, Sean. I sure will. Absolutely, brother. And I hope that you're having a beautiful day out there, too. Ashley Light. Thank you, Ashley. Big thanks. Y'all guys are really great supporters out there. Ashley dropped in $20 for the cause, guys. Said, so good to see you. Keep going. You're doing amazing things, and I believe in you and the mission wholeheartedly. Thank you, Ashley. It's your kind of faith that keeps me moving forward. It is. It's hard to describe sometimes the difficulties of moving forward. I think one of my buddies in here, I forget who the heck it was yesterday, was really encouraging, talking about how I often will flip back and forth to listening to the negative people. I won't even call them haters because they're just talking from their own perspective and stuff. But it kind of like puts it in my head. It kind of goes against what I do because it's not how I do it, if that makes sense. And so like encouragement, support, and belief from you and friends like you really help make every day easier to move forward in. I really should have drained that bacon grease if I was going to do scrambled eggs. But truthfully, I need to gain some weight too. So I think a little bit extra bacon grease in there is not going to hurt anything, right? Thank you, Ashley. I'm going to drop down current with y'all guys here. These are almost done. I hope y'all guys don't mind just sitting with me while I eat. I don't want to be rude or anything. But I'm kind of in a rush. I slept in. I got up. I woke up at like 9. And I got up and I was going, maybe 10. Can I get up? But I just was so tired. I mean, it's hard to get a lot of good rest in survival mode in the camps that I live in sometimes because it's so cold. And like the food source, it's not like having a kitchen and being able to just like make some hot, good food, and that makes it harder to actually enjoy the food rather than just be eating for the nutrition so that I don't starve to death, you know. So like kitchens, aren't they great? One thing I do is I try and remind myself about like the pioneers. I'm gonna drop this down a little bit. Get a cup of glass of milk. Like the pioneers, you know, they never had a moment where it was easy. They were always living in survival mode, basically camp food, you know. But they did have one thing that I don't have, and it's like so take for instance like the cattle trails and stuff, you know, when they were taking their beef to auction and everything. They'd take cooks and stuff with them. There'd be one guy who was like in a chuck wagon, and his entire job was just to provide hot food for everybody else on the cattle drive. I had my camp set up where I could kind of do that, but it's like I've got a really nice stove and everything. Hey, Britta, but still, it's hard, you know. Let's see, get this. All right. Keep everything pretty basic and easy these days, or I try to. I'll be glad when hunting season is over, honestly. There's a big influx of people, and I'm so glad that they're able to, you know, come out and enjoy themselves and have fun and go hunting and have those experiences. I met a dad and his kid out at the campground who were just having a great time together. You know, he had like 3 or 4 sons, and none of them, except for like the youngest, was really into hunting. And you could just tell how happy the dad was and the son to be able to spend that time together in something that they both enjoyed and that they could share together. I think it was Michael. I think he introduced himself as Mike. Yeah, Mike and Chris. So Mike and Chris, if y'all guys are out there and you see this, big shout out. Thanks for your neighborliness. It was really good getting to talk to you, and I hope you finally got your buck. All right, I really do. I'm one of those guys, right? Now I'll just kind of tell you the truth about like the area or something, and they were like asking me where's the best place to find something, and I told them right now, not here, because they were thinking about packing up and moving to another area and everything, and I was just like, that's probably a good idea. Yeah. Let's see. 355 Highway, cool name. Looks good, but starving here. But everyone changes in time. I agree with that, my friend. One way or the other, right? I hope you don't mind if I eat while we're here. Can't believe it. I know I already said it. Winter 2025. Wow. That's something else. Yeah, that is good. Anyway, traffic out there is crazy on the roads. What with everybody coming from the coast and all over. That's good. Have you ever considered getting a conversation, Oh, a conversion van. Living the van life can still wander. Yes, I have Betty. Is that Bettle? Yes, I have Bettle. That's kind of what I'm doing with my car right now, because I'm still thinking spend a couple months here and then hit the road on my road trip would be really cool. like I said, I just want to go over to like another town and be like, here we are. And then go to another town, here we are, and check out like a couple of the trails, right? Because all these smaller country towns and stuff across America have really cool wilderness trails and stuff. And I think it would be really neat to be able to get out and see some of that stuff. And also, people on the road are really cool. You know, I think I would like to be able to talk to people about their lives instead of everything just always being about mine and what I'm doing. So talking to other people from the road and stuff would be really cool, I think. I'm trying to figure out how to do that. I think it starts with just getting this past adventure edited and everything. I've thought about now kind of staying away from including all the negative that has occurred here recently and just brush over the top of it and try and focus more on like the cabin repairs and stuff like that. Might be a good idea. All right, I'll go ahead and finish up the video and then I'll finish the eggs, guys, because I just feel really rude sitting here eating in front of you. I'm starving. Yeah, it's tasty. Very tasty. All right, come on in here, guys. Orlando says, looks good. Thanks, Orlando. It's really good. Evil Evie. Hey, Evil, how you doing? Where'd you go? Do you do music streams anymore, Matt? I haven't in a long time. Things got kind of crazy here and everything. Jamie and I have been spending too much time together, and it like caused friction and stuff, you know. And I needed to kind of like expand out on my own and try and but move things forwards a little bit. And then at the same time, I lost my computer, and I used my computer to stream the music for Music Madness. We're going to get back into it, I hope, like within the next couple of weeks. Would be really nice to be able to start doing Music Madness again. But first, I kind of have to get stable, figure out what's going on with my life, fix a lot of my tech stuff. It's not easy, Evil. Isaac Games. I shared you on my Facebook, hoping some of my friends would come watch. Thanks, Isaac. I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. That is such cool support. That's a big reason why the channel has grown so much lately, is from support from friends like you who have shared on other platforms and hit the like button, hype the video, that kind of stuff. Appreciate you, Isaac, so much. Carly, hi, Carly. Bruce Patterson, hi from UK, Matt. Hi, Bruce. 355 Highway says, no, don't go. I can gain a pound watching you eat. That's awesome, Highway. Yeah, I know, right? I'm trying to gain a couple pounds too, my friend. You know, stress and all that kind of stuff. I've dropped a lot of weight recently. I've told myself last night I'm not going to talk about it anymore because I'm just like sick of hearing myself talk about it. And being ratcheted too, you know. I'm a really high energy kind of guy. I just don't think it comes off right here on the videos when I'm going 90 miles an hour on a live. Awesome, Rebecca. All right. I will look into that. I will totally look into that, my friend. Evil says, I understand, Matt. Thank you, Evil. Yeah. Patriot, what's up, Patriot? Little dude, Matt could be taking advantage of by scammers if he does Venmo or Cash Apps. Yes, see, that's exactly why I've been trying to avoid, because I have had a real bad time with scammers and fakers and stuff like that. It seems like every single time I start getting to a stable place, and that's part of what upsets me and makes me more cross than I like to be. You know, also more leery, because it sucks having to watch out for so many people all the time. And every time that I start to get stable, every time that I start to advance in life, something happens. I wind up getting hit out of left field by somebody that I've trusted, or by some kind of like safety protocol or something that I've ignored or didn't know about. You know, I feel like I have paid for my education and all of this stuff with like blood. You know what I mean? Like hardship and struggle. Yeah. Good news is, though, the channel's finally gotten to a point where it can be like a main source of income or survival. Thanks to y'all guys. It's like I can make more here than I can bagging groceries. I don't want to go into depth on it because people seem to get really upset in the comments when I talk about this being an actual job, and I don't understand why, when like everybody likes to sit down and we all like to be entertained. You know, I'm sure that back in the days of the cavemen, there was one caveman who like stood there at night around the fire and told stories, and that's how he earned his food. You know what I mean? Entertainment is a big part of the human experience, and I've been in it for over like, what is it, 13, 14, 15, 16, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, the 12 years. I've been in the entertainment business for over 12 years. And for me to throw all that experience, knowledge, and ability away to go work for somebody else seems insane, especially when like we've got so many people. Y'all guys support me, right? You support the decision. And I mean, it's not like I don't do other jobs. I do landscaping and stuff, home repairs, that kind of stuff. But this is my main gig now, you know? So I don't like to talk about it too much because people get really upset out there sometimes, and that just makes me feel really bad, you know? Hi, Nomi. I agree, Ashley. Ashley says, it sucks that people can't just be nice and leave other people alone. They come here to watch you live, a unique and different way of life. I then tell you to get a real job. This is a real job. Thank you, Ashley. I couldn't have possibly said it better. Wow. Thank you for putting real thought and time into that concept. I almost want to screenshot your comment because that just says it all in a really nice little bracket right there. Yeah. Hoorah. See, James Play. Hey, James. Love your channel, Matt. Just started watching and love it. 110% support, Matt. Thank you, James. I appreciate it. That kind of encouragement definitely gives me the ability to keep moving forward, too. You know, I try and be one of those people that I can just do it all on my own. But honestly, I think all humans, we need kind of support from others. You know, and I think that's okay. I mean, we are social creatures. We've been social creatures like forever, you know. So thank you. Thank you, James, for the slap on the back, my friend. Try not to burp here on camera in front of y'all guys. It's not easy. Marmalade says, you do so good to people here on YouTube. Thank you, my friend. Adventure says, Matt, good to hear that your channel is doing well enough for you to live. It's that freedom People hate what they don't have or don't understand. I totally understand that, Adventures, and I think I agree with that. I think it's because a lot of people don't see the hard work, dedication that I put into this. It's all I really do all the time. I mean, like 16 hours a day sometimes, not to mention the thought process that goes into all of it. And trying to make it good, trying to use the education that I got from the show I was on, and that I've built myself now afterwards through trial and error, doing this with y'all guys. I don't like to brag. I do think I'm kind of good at it too. Sometimes I watch back my videos, not often, but sometimes just to kind of critique my camera and stuff. And I like it. I think it's great. Paranormal, what up? Paranormal says, hit that like and swipe that hype. Hey, I love it. Thanks, Paranormal. Wayne C9E says, YouTube banned the English flag. Terrible. Are you serious? I don't understand. Yeah. All right, talking to Chris. Buff says, hey, get upset because they get upset because they are stuck in their crummy jobs. I understand. I wish that there was some way I could help with that. You know what I mean? Which wasn't always so difficult for everybody. There are ways, like when I started this, I was doing the same thing, right? I had an irrigator's job that's changing sprinklers and stuff. I started just thinking about this like a video game. I don't know how many gamers there are out there, but those games like the massive online role play games where you can either go do adventure quests and stuff, or you can do crafting and you come back and you sit there and you put all the stuff together and you can make a lot of money on that eventually in the game, but it takes a long time. And you have to kind of like concentrate on it and everything. That's kind of how I started thinking about this and what I do out here. As a video game, just something that I put time towards as I could. And then the more time that we put towards it, the better it can get. So like what I would advise anybody to do who wanted to be able to like work for themselves, be a YouTube partner, that kind of stuff, is to find something that they love doing. Like maybe they're like talking about animals, or maybe it's inspirational stuff, stories from around the world, whatever that driver is. Just start doing little videos about it, and then go out there and find community people, like people that also do the same things, and like comment on their videos and talk to them about stuff, and comment on other videos and in the comments to people who are doing similar things. It's not going to happen overnight. Look at me. I've been doing this almost 6 years now. This is year 5, I think. It is. Yeah. Longer, actually, if you count the time that I had just set up. Because I actually started this channel in 2019. And that's the thing about time, it keeps going forward. So anything that we work towards really slow will eventually grow, And faith and belief too, because one of the hardest is I've dealt with people who have told me I can't my whole life, especially when it comes to like this kind of stuff. Don't believe those people. Just keep going forward, tell yourself that you can, because that I've looked through history, and that's the thing, that's the common factor between everybody that achieves something bigger than they were born to, because so many people were born in classes back in the day, where like if you were born to a farmer, you were a farmer, right? For instance, if you were born a noble person, then you were a noble person. So many of the people that changed their stars got out of those classes by just believing in themselves and continuing towards the thing that they were looking for. And the other people in society will never make it easy. There's very few supporters like y'all guys, they're going to wish for the other person's success, yeah. Where are you at in Michigan? Oh, you're talking Michigan, Tim. Cool. Upwards mobility. Right on, Davy. No, David. Oh, David. Yes, David. Right on, David. Hey, Erica. All right, guys, I'm going to have to get out of here now. I got a lot to do today. I'm not exactly sure what it's going to entail. I do know it's going to be a good day. I'm going to hit it with maximum effort. Never give up, never surrender kind of stuff. And the first thing I'm going to do is finish my eggs. All right, guys, thanks for being there. Bye.